Hi, I'm Kevin from Thrush Aircraft. When you're flying a Thrush, you're never flying alone, with our team of factory experts always on hand to answer any questions or calls you may have. Today we're going to talk about engine rigging. Behind me we have a PT6-34AG. It's a 750 horse engine by Pratt & Whitney. They've been around forever, since about the late 60s, and tried and true. So today we're going to teach about airframe rigging. We're not going to deal with anything internal in the engine. We always recommend that for any questions you have about that, refer to Pratt & Whitney's maintenance manual. So the first thing we want to talk about is inspection points, things we're looking for when we're doing our 100 hours. Adjustments can be made during a run-up, or if a damage is found or a cable is replaced. So first thing you want to look for is your bearings here to make sure they are tight and that any play is removed. But you do want them to be loose enough that they are allowed to flex in their natural positions here and here. You also want to look for travel, making sure that the engine is left with some cable left here and you're not using it as a false stop. You always want to make sure that you're using the actual mechanical stops of the engine. The flight idle is here. The ground idle adjustment is here. This set screw and jam nut, and you'll notice this one is safety wire that will have to be replaced. And then this is your max power trim. And you'll notice the stop here as well. When you're doing a ground run, this will need to be elevated to engage this pin here. And that should be set to 97.1 on the ground to equal 1014 in the air. The next adjustment we want to talk about is the prop RPM. Your maximum prop RPM can be adjusted here and then safety wire to this post here. Again, you want to check for travel to make sure that here you're not engaging the cable housing, only the stop at this point here. The other adjustment we're going to discuss is the overspeed governor here. It can be made with this set screw and no safety wire necessary. Small adjustments are recommended. Next, we're going to go into the cockpit. We're going to talk about the throttle quadrant, the throttle itself. We're going to make sure that there is no engagement on the front, that you're actually still using the mechanical stops of the engine. And also down below on the cables, we still want to make sure that we do not have any travel issues. Next, we're going to talk about the fuel condition lever in the middle, and your inboard adjustment will be the prop, feathering and unfeathering. Next will be the friction control lever or handle. And on the bottom down below where your clevis attaches, you always want to make sure that you have your cables in line as much as possible. There's a hole adjustment there you can use. Always want to make sure that your travel is in line and doesn't engage or have any friction on the cable housing. A very important note, you never want to go into reverse when the engine is not running. There is a cable on the engine that it will actually damage, and it's very expensive and time consuming to replace. For more detailed instructions on how to rig your engine, go to www.thrushaircraft.com and refer to your maintenance manuals.